the clash of the titans. Strike like a lightning bolt. You feel the ground pounding, that might be the coast. Quick like a joke, like to hit when provoked. Don't you doubt that. That's a jaguar to a house cat. That's an outcast to a whole squadron. If you talking Houston, then we've got a problem. You'll probably get the horns if you mess with the cattle. Sit back in your saddle and get ready for the fan battle.
Hello and good evening, everybody. I hope you're enjoying the Chiefs game, like as much as Tanner is tonight. We'll give everybody a few minutes. Thank you. We'll give everyone a few minutes to log on. You know how we do. Get some comments and viewers rolling in, and then we'll get this party started.
Shout out your favorite brand of mayo. Hashtag Mayo Gang.
Damn.
Hashtag Bang Bang Mayo Gang. Hellman's?
I'm a Berman's man myself.
Hellman's all day.
I mean, your team's uniform looks like
Miracle?
Hellman's, so it makes sense.
I mean, I'm a Dale Earnhardt Jr. fan, so I mean, he had a sponsor for Hellman's, so like, I'm down with that.
Any slim, thick Titan fans with the Miracle Whip? I'm just saying.
That's not mayonnaise. Miracle Whip is not mayonnaise.
I mean, as the Titans commentator, I'm gonna have to believe that your opinion is the most valid when it comes to mayonnaise. So I
Absolutely.
You're the mayo.
Tanner, you probably ever heard the story, but Sam called me one day, and she's like, "Hey, I got all this cabbage, and how do I make coleslaw?" I said, "All I gotta do is tighten up. Just add a shitload of mayonnaise to it."
Dude, I lost it when he said that. That's a true story too. He's like, and the way he said it was so nonchalant. He's like, "Yeah, man, you just gotta tighten up, add some mayonnaise." And I was like,
every once in a while, Matt will get a zinger in there. It's all right.
I know.
I'll get it.
All right, let's get this party started. Is everybody ready to go? We're late. I'm sorry.
Ready to go.
We're going to start this the audio portion off a little differently with some fellows I met at the Jags game. Oh, man. Sad day. All right. Here we go.
Maybe for you.
Hold on. Let me start that over because y'all were laughing. That's not going to translate on the audio. Y'all ready?
Ready? Hey, I'm Big Mook. I'm JT. We're going to AFC South fan battle. Yes, sir. H-Town, baby.
Welcome to AFC South Fan Battle. I'm Samantha Wernett, your host. Those lovely gentlemen were some fellows I met at the Jaguars-Texans game that I was talking a whole lot of smack to until the end of the second quarter, going as the players went into the tunnel, and I realized that I probably just needed to sit down and shut up. So shout out to JT and Big Moot. Big Moot was rocking an Arian Foster jersey, and I was like, that's all you got, though. And then I slowly sank into my seat. So thank you guys for joining us this evening. Happy non-victory Monday to the Jaguars fans and everyone else. I'm sure you guys are happy.
We mean everyone else. You ain't just gonna skim over that. No, we're not gonna wallow in your pain. The rest of us won. Man, make sure that you say that out loud. Say it with your chest.
Happy victory Monday to the Texans, Titans.
Yeah, I don't get many of these, Sam.
Exactly.
I hope you all hate it. I just hope that you hate it. I hope that your Victory Monday is terrible, and I hope that you hate it. So.
Well, introducing our commentators for this evening, representing the Colts, we have Chris Jackson.
We won in the most boring way possible, but you know what? We fucking won, people, okay? Take that as it is.
Won almost the way the Jaguars almost won. So representing the Jaguars, we have Josh Allen.
Unfortunately, yes. Existence is suffering, and so is Jaguars football. Welcome to the show.
Representing the Titans, the mayonnaise expert of tonight's episode, we have Tanner Doty, back again.
Hello. What's up, guys? It's been a long time.
And representing the Texans, they got their first win, Matt Briggs.
Death, taxes, and Texas beating the Jags. 3 things you can count on in life.
I wish I was dead. I literally feel like a human baked potato, but I'll get to that later. Explain what that means.
Well, listen, before we jump into it, guys, I do want to give a shout out to the Franchise Tag podcast. I was not on last week, and I did make a bet and I have to wear an Eagles jersey for one of our podcasts, so to either be on the Jaguar or on this one, and I'm not buying one. I'm not buying an Eagles
steal
jersey.
it?
No.
Yeah, I will say it's just like, oh, that's
you're already on probation. You can't go back to jail, Sam.
I bet you could get a Michael Vick one for really cheap.
I'm actually not on probation. For those of you watching, that was their joke last week.
Yes. Allegedly.
I have a friend who is a Eagles fan who I'm going to borrow a jersey from, and I will do my bet, and I will live up to my bet, and I will wear that stupid jersey. Gareth from the franchise tag. I'm sorry, but it will happen. Just not today. So
tell them, Sam, it's not a crime if the record was expunged, right?
That's right.
See, exactly.
If the glove doesn't fit, you must acquit.
Not the way that that's going to go. Not the way that
it's only illegal if you get caught.
Certainly not the way I thought that was going to go.
Legal wise, from you, the AFC South fan battle.
That's right. Well, listen.
Please do not use that, actually.
Speaking of football players, O.J. Simpson. Listen.
Right.
All right. Moving on. NFL news. The Panthers fired their head coach. Anybody want to take it?
It's about the time.
And he deserves it.
Time to clean house.
Yep. Taylor Moton and DJ Moore incoming.
And segue into Christian McCaffrey maybe getting traded. So that kind of goes hand in hand.
Yeah. How many draft picks would you give up for a guy that only plays 3 games a year?
I mean, but those 3 games are outstanding.
I literally.
I mean, you might as well just pick up Antonio or Julio Jones.
I literally drafted him in fantasy this year, and I was like, I'm not going to pick him up because he always gets hurt. And then it came down to it, and I was like, shit. He was like all I had. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, damn that. No. Yeah, you
messed hasn't missed a game yet. Has he been hurt yet?
Yes.
Has he?
Yes,
oh,
yes.
Man.
Yeah.
Hate to see it.
Yeah.
The only reason why I know is because I have the backup on my bench in one of my leagues, and he actually got some points. I'm like, oh, hey.
Well, I mean, if you're like
coming,
if you're like the team who's actually reached out to him, the Bills, like you're a perfect spot to go get him. I mean, give him a 5th round draft pick for him, and if he plays, he plays. If he doesn't, you got.
Can you imagine him and Singletary back there?
Well, him and Josh Allen with the
Josh Allen, like that's just
RPOs.
That would be insane.
Yeah,
that almost be unfair. Like,
also Sam, talking about the Panthers, you can segue into the next NFL news too.
Ron Rivera talking about Wentz.
Yeah, bus throwing. He threw that man under the bus.
Bro,
like he pretty much said it was Wentz's fault we lost.
He was asked.
Somebody had to say
what's the difference? Well, yeah. So he was asked, what's the difference between, his team and the rest of the teams in the NFC East, and how the other teams are doing really well and his team isn't. And he gave a 1-word reply, and he said quarterback. Just straight chucked his man under the bus.
I don't think he's gonna play next Sunday because his back is gonna be out for getting hit by the bus.
Colts fans completely understand what this dude is going through right now, and it's just kind of like we were all just like seeing it coming.
Yeah. Well, I haven't. I'm gonna say alternative theory when it comes to what he said, even though it was like super bland in his response, like it was just direct. But I mean, honestly, it's just like it could just be quarterback because there's been literally no continuity at quarterback at all in Washington for a while. And I mean, I think if you look at every other team in the NFC East, I mean, Jalen Hurts, he's been there for 3 years now, roughly. And I mean, he's like the least tenured outside of Wentz in that, and the Eagles are 5-0. So I mean, you could say it's just like if you're talking about quarterback, yeah. But I mean, they got him what he needed. They got him weapons. But the thing is, also at the same time, you have to take into account he just has no time in the actual system.
Yeah, I think if you're a head coach and you've been a head coach as long as Rivera has been, you have to understand how that answer is going to play in written form.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the problem. Even if he didn't mean Carson Wentz sucks, that's how that was going to be taken in broadcast.
I mean, that was a Belichick answer. Like that was just straight to the point. Like I said, though, I mean, somebody had to say it. Like,
yeah, but the question is, are you actually helping your quarterback by saying that, right? Like, there's also the element of like,
like you're just like not
confidence.
on dude's side. Yeah, I get
we
that.
We can say all we want, but confidence is a big factor in the NFL.
Oh yeah,
you almost feel bad for the guy, like almost. But
well, and the difference between all the other NFC East teams is, well, except for the Eagles, they're mostly getting carried by their defense. So I mean, Wentz's defense is playing good, but not as good as the others. So I mean, there's that. But I hope the guy does well.
I can't believe how well the Cowboys are doing. I think it's actually pretty funny how well they're doing without Dak.
Yeah, Jerry Jones must have made a deal with the devil or something. That's the only explanation.
Jerry Jones is the devil.
He made a deal with Gasell. Now that she moved away from Tom Brady, she's making the.
Well, speaking of old balls, Matt, why don't you tell us all about yours?
Yes, I mean, they're only 34-year-old, but I don't think they're that old. But
I'm just playing. That was the plug. I was trying to segue it, but you know.
I think Chris's face says it all right now.
Cringe.
Great job. I mean, the way I keep them young is Manscaped. Manscaped.com. Use Fan Battle for 20% off and free shipping. Chris, say your famous line.
I can't.
Life is rough, but your balls
like
don't
that.
have to, right? Isn't that your famous line?
Yeah, that. Like, what kind of segue was that? What kind of segue was that? Speaking of old balls, yours, Matt. It's just like, what? That's not what?
Are you jealous?
I know. I'm only 34. Fuck.
Sorry.
No.
Chris is older than I am.
It's very shocking.
No, you know what this is, Matt? Chris Jackson hasn't gotten his Manscaped kit yet.
No, I haven't. So I haven't experienced the full effect. So
yes, he hasn't received it, so he's feeling really ornery because he hasn't received his package yet, and so he was really upset that the attention wasn't on.
Package on package crime. I get it.
I was sitting here. I'm like, where are we going with this?
Yeah, I was. So was I.
I was like,
all right, reel it back in, people. All right. But good job, Sam. Hey, listen. Even if I didn't get mine, remember from the first time that you plugged them that you talked about having them for your balls, Sam.
Like Chris Jackson says,
life is rough, but your balls don't have to be.
Man, I totally forgot that it was Joe Buck doing the game tonight. Like, I always forget what announcers do it. And I'm so glad that it's on mute. Like,
there you go, Christopher. Fan Battle.
There you go. Promo code Fan Battle. Make sure you use that at checkout. 20% off and free shipping.
Use free shipping. There you go. Yeah, what Chris said. Echo.
My bad. I didn't realize I was cutting somebody off. It's been a minute since I've been on here, so my fault. Tanner. Yeah, no. Sam even asked before. She goes, "Do you remember how this goes?" Yeah. Got it.
Last time Tanner was on, we didn't have official sponsors and all that. He's
it's been a hot minute.
He's used to the bootleg Fan Battle. It's all good.
I think Mariota was still starting quarterback last time he came on the show.
No, Tannehill was. I was there when I was saying Mariota out, and then Tannehill came in and turned it around. So yeah. Oh yeah, that was.
I don't think there's a quarterback that I hope fails soon more than Ryan Tannehill. So tired of Ryan Tannehill in general.
Perfect segue. Look at you, Josh. You're fantastic. Perfect segue. Titans at Commanders. Ryan Tannehill barely squeaking the win. Tanner, we'll shoot it off to you. What you got, buddy?
Oh, I definitely wasn't Ryan Tannehill that squeaked the win. I'd say it was more kind of a gift of just Carson Wentz being terrible. I don't know why you would really. I don't know. That was kind of a weird ending because it's like, we've kind of all seen it before with Carson Wentz on the Colts. Like when it comes to clutch situations, he always chokes. Mm-hmm. So I was kind of waiting for it, and then it ended up happening, and then I was like really happy. But no, our defense definitely let us down there at the end. That we got to get better. That flag there, what was it, for pass interference right there in the red zone. That was like, I was like, we're on third down. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna hold him, and then that flag gave him that first, and I'm like, yeah. We got a lot to work on. I'm just glad to see Derrick Henry kind of get back into form. He looked really good. Had sticky hands again. He got targeted a couple times and caught him. So I'm pretty happy about that.
Are you pretty happy that your leading receiver is Westbrook Akeen, or however you say his last name?
Man,
Akine?
I still have a hard time. Like, I have to slow myself down when I say his name. It's good. I mean, I'm.
But
really
here's the real
happy that
question: do you miss AJ Brown?
Well, obviously,
AJ
Brown.
Don't lie to us, Tanner.
I mean, it's like AJ Brown. AJ Brown's outstanding. Like, don't get me wrong, but I mean, the way that he left, like, I was just kind of like, man, kick rocks. Like, I'm cool with you leaving now. He just kind of popping off online, and I'm just like, bro, get the hell out of here. Like,
it's cute what the Titans fans have to tell themselves to cope with AJ Brown leaving.
Oh my god!
I mean, when. Were you in the chat? Like, as soon as he sent that stuff online, I was literally like, "F this dude."
No, he was not in the chat. He was not.
Yeah, no, I was like, "F this guy." He could just go to hell. Like, that's
I had a Titans fan say to me once, "Well, AJ Brown's not a very nice guy." I'm like, "Well, since when has anyone cared?"
I mean,
Ray Lewis wasn't a nice guy, and look what happened to him.
No, well, to be fair, it was the same thing with Jalen Ramsey. Everybody wanted to keep him, and the second he went, they're like, "Oh, well, he just complained all the time."
Well, Romanowski wasn't a nice guy, but he was a hell of a player. Like,
yeah, I don't know. My beef with Jalen is just similar to my beef with Yannick Ngakoue, is they went after the fans. It's not my fault.
Right.
The front office of my team sucks. Listen, I have never lost inside of TIAA Bank Field. Never, not once. I brought my A game every single time. My team has lost. The bums on the field have gone out and given a terrible performance, but I
defeated, baby.
I have always won.
But I think that's what Tanner was getting at when he made that comment about the whole he was the best receiver in Titans history, and fans need to quit whining. I think that's what Terrence probably like. Yeah, this guy's the idiot.
I just honestly, when it comes down to the end of the day, like, you're kind of just shitting on the people that were supporting you. Like,
yeah,
we had, like, when he left, like, I was like, when I saw that he was getting signed, I was like, damn, that sucks. But I was like, good for him for getting that money. And then he started popping off online. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Like, he's gone. I'm over it. Like, it sucks, but if he's gonna be like that, would we be more beneficial with him? Absolutely. Like, that, it'd be really kind of dumb to say otherwise. Like, because a player like that is.
You know how sad Titans fans are about it, because everyone that comes on that hasn't been on since comes on and justifies it every time, like clockwork. It'll be okay. It'll be okay.
Oh, I'm not justifying it. Like, it sucks. I wish we could have paid him. I would love to still have him here, but, like, don't be a bitch online. Like, that's it.
So
yeah, I think and then he also whined about getting pushback from what he said too, right? If you're gonna be that dude online, be that dude, and don't care.
Like, don't get upset when people react. But no, I regress. Going back to the game, like, Tannehill had a average day. Like, he didn't really do anything outstanding. He really didn't do anything that really cost us a whole ton. He just kind of had just a blah day. I mean, he keeps getting sacked. Like, I'm starting to get really frustrated with that. Our offensive line still needs a lot of work. I mean, everybody. I'm saying things that everybody knows. I don't know why I'm even here. But also, it's just he stands in the pocket too long. He stands straight up in the pocket. Like, it reminds me of Ben Roethlisberger, but the difference is Ben Roethlisberger was huge. So, like, people could bounce off of him and he could still kind of make a play. But Tannehill, like, when he stands up like that, it's so frustrating. I mean, when he gets that foot planted and he throws a dart, yeah, like, he's as good as anybody else. But
Well, tell us,
Man,
Tanner,
when you can't get that foot planted, like that sucks.
Do you project that the Titans will win in the bye?
The bye?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the score next week during the bye?
It's really nice because the Kansas State Wildcats have a bye this Saturday too. So it's like I literally this whole weekend, I have this whole weekend off. I've got a family event going on Saturday. Football, other than my fantasy stuff, is probably going to be the last thing on my mind. So it's weird. It's weird that they lined up like that, but I'm pretty happy about it. I'm going to say that we're going to take that W on the couch watching you guys just probably all just lose. Who do you guys all play next week?
You won't be watching the Colts because they are
Colts,
also on a bye.
Colts got a bye.
No,
we don't.
The Texans.
Jaguars.
Yeah, we play the same. Yeah, we play the same.
I hope the Colts take the week off. Please do.
The Colts will also be on a bye, but they are.
Hey, listen, we're going to be at home.
Okay? The Colts wish that.
I really hope that we get some things fixed on this bye. We definitely needed it because this Commanders game really kind of exposed some things that we really need to work on. I mean, don't get me wrong. Every game we have something that gets exposed that needs to be worked on. It's a football team. There's always going to be something to work on, but we really got to work on that offensive line, especially our 2-minute defense. That was bad. Like we let those guys to the edges way too easy.
Cool.
Sorry, go ahead. But yeah, that's my opinion. I thought it was a win is a win, but also we got touchdowns, so it's still a better win than the Colts. But I mean, W's a W, I guess, if you want to call me hypocritical. But I mean, touchdown. We pay players to get into the end zone, not get you close enough to kick it.
Hi, Sherry. Hi, BJ.
That's fine.
Thank you guys for tuning in and commenting. So, listen, let's move on to the Colts since you mentioned them and that boring primetime game. Listen, before we jump into this segment, can we talk about Thursday night football just in general? Not this one because this one made it extra worse. But, like, why do we only have Amazon Prime? And
I mean, it's actually pretty good.
It's really good. Yeah,
it's really good.
I hate it.
If they can pick better teams, that'd be great.
I hate it. I hate everything about it. I hate it. I don't like
it.
I
mean, this is where things are going, though. I mean, this is the age that we're in. I mean,
it's
Amazon is literally
streaming it. I hate the way that they produce it. Like, I don't like it.
Easy there, Boomer.
How does it feel to be the only one with the super wrong opinion?
Right.
Listen, I have every streaming service known to man. Don't get me wrong, but I still
Kelsey's
hate the
got
way
another touchdown. Sorry.
I hate the way that Amazon does their Thursday night games.
I love it. I love the stats.
I would hand the rights to every single NFL broadcast to Amazon.
I love anything that can stream on my phone. Like right now, there's still an issue with ESPN and Dish, so I haven't been able to get ESPN to stream on my Xboxes or my laptops or anything. But for some reason, now I'm watching the game on my phone via the NFL app. I don't get it, but okay. I'll take it.
Amazon just makes a lot more sense. Like it's a
no-brainer. Like, stop and just everything would be right in the world if we just had an NFL streaming service where we didn't have to have everything.
Yes.
No,
yes, absolutely. Where you could just pay to watch your team. I would gladly pay like $60. I would almost pay $100 just to be able to watch my team all season. No, they don't.
Nothing like
especially in Kansas. In Kansas, I can't get Titans streams anywhere unless I do it.
Well, Tanner, they're just trying to protect you.
Well, no, what's going to happen is this year is the last year. This is the last year that DirecTV has the contract for NFL Sunday Ticket. So the two main frontrunners for NFL Sunday Ticket are Amazon and Apple. Right. So what you're going to see, it's not necessarily going to be you can pay to watch only your team, but you're going to see like the NFL Sunday Ticket's going to change, and I think you're going to have to buy the whole package. But I would gladly do that.
I would gladly do that because I pay Comcast so I can watch like NFL because all I care about is like my stupid like 90 Day Fiance shows and NFL Network. Okay.
But I think Amazon's going to win that bidding war.
I have Sunday Ticket. I have Amazon Prime. Like, I just want to have like a one-stop shop where I can watch all the NFL games and pay some extra money. Anyways, Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Roger Goodell, if you're listening, make it happen.
Well, here's the reason why they're not going to make it happen, because Amazon paid, what, $1 billion to have the streaming rights? So, I mean, that's why the NFL is not going to create their own streaming.
That's the NFL's
I know it's
problem,
stupid, but
because they keep making deals with people when we could just make our own.
Do it
I think
yourself.
I think it would be great to be able to buy your team package, because if, say, like, all right, in our house, I'm a Titans fan and my fiance is a Steelers fan. You could buy both teams, and then you could do a picture-in-picture like what ESPN does with the multicast. So, like, you could watch both teams, and you're paying for both teams, but you're still getting to watch them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's going to be hard because the other leagues have tried it. Like the NHL, the problem is the local TV stations are they're gonna put up a fit because how do you split the ad revenue? There are some complex problems in terms of
who cares?
How do you get that?
Well, I mean, Amazon does it though.
Who
like
cares?
so, like what?
Who cares? It's for another day. I just wanted to complain for a second.
You brought it up.
Let's talk about the most boring Amazon Prime.
Don't worry.
I'm gonna mute my mic for a minute here.
This isn't gonna be too long. It's not. The game was extremely boring.
Is it gonna be like a few field goals or so?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Pretty much. Still scored more than the Jags, but I mean, honestly, it's just like the game was. I mean, it was just a horrible offensive game. Like, I know for a fact the Colts offense they just have problems altogether. The O-line couldn't block anything. You could put 5 wet paper towel rolls from the dollar store on the field to protect Matt Ryan, and they would be better than what we have out there right now. The defense saved us. The kicker saved us. That was pretty much what it was. Like, the defense really was the only reason why we even stood a chance in that game. So,
can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go for it.
Is Matt Ryan terrible, or is the offensive line not protecting him?
Both. But I'm not gonna. And the thing is, I'm not gonna say Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan isn't terrible because I mean he had another game where he's throwing for over 250 yards. I mean he's throwing in excess in most games, 250 to 300 yards. I think he might be after this game tonight. He'll probably be 6th in passing yards. But the problem is that he's doing what he's doing with little to no protection. I mean Matt Pryor, they're putting him different places on the line. He literally said this week, he was just like, oh, it was an adjustment for me to play on the left side because I normally play on the right side. They put him on the right side, and he was getting beat on the right side. Like, he was getting beat worse by defenders on the right side than he was on the left. And it's like the O-line is an issue that Chris Ballard hasn't addressed in years almost until this year. And now Matt Ryan's paying for it when he's literally not even a mobile quarterback. So now he's going to get hit every single time.
Elderly abuse is what they call that.
There you go. Fantastic. We'll go with that. I can't even call him elderly because it's just like we're on the same age. I can't do that.
So,
well, that's the problem you're facing though too, right? Like, he's battling a person that's going to win all the time, and that's father age. Like, it doesn't. Tom Brady is doing the same thing. He's not looking like Tom Brady. It's getting that time of year where
we don't have one.
Yeah.
No, I don't think Tom Brady knows what Tom Brady is looking like right now.
Right.
The other issue is that to Matt Ryan being old and our O-line being trash, the play calling is probably even worse than the both of them, because Frank Reich will literally call the exact thing that the defense needs in order for them to be able to do what they need. Like, there's no reason why, even in last week's game versus the Titans, Jonathan Taylor's running straight up the middle every single time when you know for a fact that right guard and left tackle is an issue. So why are you continuously doing the same thing over and over again if it's not successful? We had the same issue with this game where it's just like they put in Deion Jackson because Naeem Hines got hurt. And then he started running really well. And then Frank Reich said, you know what? This is working too well. We have to go and change some things up. Starts throwing to Alec Pierce, and then he takes Alec Pierce out the game. Like, eventually, it's just like, you got to get the fuck out your own way. Like, honestly, even after that win, I still wanted Frank Reich gone. Because at this point, it's like it almost feels like he's coaching to
that wasn't a
be
good
fired.
Win. That wasn't a fun win.
Well, no win this year has been fun. Like, it's, no game this year has been fun. I mean, honestly, it's just like we were literally in every game except the Jags game because I mean, apparently it's just like meth in the air just affects how we play. But I mean, it's just like it was just awful when we played Jacksonville, and then we played the Titans, and we let them off the hook too.
It's chlorine from the pools. It's not meth.
Yeah.
You know, sure, we'll call it chlorine.
Speaking of that, next week you guys play the Jaguars. So, what is your prediction for that game?
Well, they had 10 days to get their shit together. Two scenarios. If they didn't get their shit together, we'll end up losing 20-10. If they finally did get their shit together, then we'll actually score more than 20 points in the game. So we'll end up with 27-14 Colts.
So your prediction is you're going to win or lose. That's good.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
You're not going to tie.
No, absolutely not.
You're going to get in the end zone.
Exactly. We're in the words of Matt Hasselbeck, we're going to get the ball and we're going to score.
Nice. All right.
There you go.
I like it.
You're welcome.
Well,
it's the wrong Matt we're talking about.
Well, Josh Allen, speaking of playing the Colts next week, division game this week, Texans, Jaguars.
Let's do it.
I'll let you start it off. Oh.
So I went to this very large building yesterday, and there's a lot of teal in the seats, and I was told that there was going to be a football game happening. But while I was there, there were guys in football uniforms attempting to do football things. And it just wasn't fun. I literally I'm going to change my Twitter handle to the Human Baked Potato because it was so hot in that stadium. I literally baked like a potato. And listen, the Jags lost yesterday. Obviously, everybody knows that at this point. I didn't lose. I was screaming, top of my lungs, getting people riled up. Little Duval was in the luxury box behind me, going nuts.
You mean little rival?
Oh, you definitely lost.
Little rival.
No. I don't work for them. I don't play for them. I am just a stupid idiot that pays hard-earned money to sit in the sun and watch them
and
disappoint me one more time. Watch me get burnt. I watch them get burnt while I get burnt. Listen, the Jags defense is good. The Houston didn't do a whole lot on offense. They had a couple drives at the end, and they had Damian Pierce, who I swear is putting Cisco, cooking cream, oil, whatever, all over his jerseys because it's not normal that a human being can't be tackled. The defense did its job. Trevor Lawrence makes bad decisions under pressure. He cannot win a game unless he's up early by like 2 touchdowns, apparently. There's 2 things I don't understand. First is how Trayvon Walker can be such a moron. When he got that roughing the passer penalty, the whole stadium could hear the whistle. The life had been sucked out of the crowd by the heat and the terrible play on the field at that point. So the stadium wasn't that loud. You could hear the whistle, and then seconds later, he takes Davis Mills and throws him, and for what should have been a 3rd and 15 turns into a first down. And then the other thing is for the last 2 drives of the second quarter and then the first drive of the third quarter, James Robinson was on the field exactly 1 time, right? You're between the tackles, downhill runner was on the field exactly once, right? When he was on the field, it was second and one, which could have been converted for a 1st and goal situation. And what do? They roll Trevor Lawrence out, and Trevor Lawrence makes maybe the worst decision I've seen him make. He throws it directly into the arms of a Texans defender. You can't win football games that way. You can't win football games with, Blaine Gabbert has the hair, Trevor Lawrence has the hair of Blaine Gabbert and the decision-making skills of Blake Bortles. So he will, he's like the 2 of these guys had a baby.
Do you find it ironic?
Blake Godels.
Godels.
Do you find it ironic that Blake Bortles retired this week and he was resurrected in Trevor Lawrence?
I would without a doubt take Blake Bortles over Trevor Lawrence, because Trevor Lawrence also has the personality of a wet paper bag.
Wait, still.
But he has a cutting board in his house.
Hold on, wait.
Give me the boat.
You think that all hope is lost on Trevor Lawrence?
I think Trevor Lawrence sucks. So the problem with Trevor Lawrence.
Yikes.
So here's
Easy
the
there,
problem with
Rivera. Easy, Rivera.
Here's the problem with Trevor Lawrence. And I'll go into more depth tomorrow night on the Jaguar, 10 p.m. Me and Matt.
Nice
Here's the
plug.
problem
I
with
love
Trevor
that
Lawrence
plug.
is that he cannot make quick decisions and make good decisions, right? When he's pressed for time, he does not. He cannot throw into a window. He just doesn't. Will he suck forever?
Does that come with time though?
Well, that's the question. I don't know. I don't know. I hope that he will improve with time, but he's 5-17 as a starter.
So
Let me.
And his stats are worse than Gardner Minshew's with the same amount of games.
I felt the same way about Marcus Mariota. About he wouldn't make when it came to those clutch situations. Honestly, let's be real. That touchdown pass to himself should have been intercepted. Literally, if it was an angle down just a little bit more, it would have been a pick. That was a bad decision. He made bad decisions in clutch situations, and it was so frustrating. So I feel you 100%.
Trevor Lawrence threw 4 passes yesterday that should have been intercepted. Only one of them was. Right, that should have been a 4-interception game for Trevor. He makes bad decisions. He was sailing.
I feel you, bro. I'm just saying, I get it. It
sucks, man. I hate to say it.
It's a shit feeling.
I want Trevor Lawrence to be good. I don't see it. I just don't see it.
With Marcus Mariota, bro. I was oh, man, I want this dude to be really good because I like him. He's a good dude. But, man, it just didn't work out. I'm glad he's doing pretty decent over at the Falcons. He got a better shot there than he's getting a better shot there than he had at the Raiders. So, it's good for him. Good for him. But, yeah, no, I 100% agree with you. I feel that. I 100% see it.
Well,
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I know it's your
no worries.
Man. I feel that.
I feel like he looked like a different quarterback than we saw weeks prior. But tell us, before we jump into Matt, because we're gonna have to hear it.
Yes, you are.
Get him, Matt. Get him.
Yes, you won your Super Bowl, Matt.
I did.
Listen, I said that the Texans were the Jaguars of the AFC South now, right? And this guy tags me this morning on Twitter. He goes, "What happened to the Texans being the Jaguars of the AFC South?" I was like, "What do you mean? They just did the most Jaguar thing ever by winning that game."
Against one game, against one team
that nobody expected them to win. That's the most Jaguar move ever. But tell us, Josh Allen, going into next week, another division game versus the Colts. What do you have any hope left in your body?
Yes, because it's the Colts. We're gonna wipe the floor with the little ponies. I think it's gonna be 21-7.
Okay.
I like it. Getting
nice.
Spicy over there.
Like it.
No offense to Chris Jackson. I really like Chris Jackson, but I have that's the one time I have faith in the Jaguars.
I know that with the Jaguars, it's just sometimes things get a little bleak. So it's just looking forward to a Colts game. It's just it's a game we absolutely should win that somehow we always find a way to screw up. Like I said, that's why we have 2 scenarios for that game. Otherwise, I'd be 100% confident. But Frank Reich is still the coach, so there's no telling.
Well, Matt Briggs, it's your time to shine, buddy.
Finally. So last week I was told that it was going to be a blowout. What would you say, Josh? 31-7?
I believe I something like that. Yeah, it was 31 something. I don't remember exactly what I said.
Because I said we're going to be in this game the whole game. We're going to be close. He's like, "Oh no, absolutely not." So
you lost your mind.
Right, exactly. So like Josh said, Davis Mills looks lost out there. He's not. I think he's the Trevor Lawrence of the Texans. He's not the answer. I think it's time to move on. Well, I'll just piggyback it off what Josh said.
Stop.
But he's doing what he's supposed to. Help the defense win the games, and that's what happened. Dameon Pierce is a straight beast. Whatever you are beating him down there in Florida, keep doing it. That. I love the dude. He's amazing. He has 368 yards And he also has, after the first contact, he has 325 yards. So he gets hit, he's still making, he's still making runs. So we didn't lose. That's all I gotta say. We finally won one. We're not number one overall pick in the draft right now. So I'm
and the wild thing about Dameon Pierce is that when he played at Florida, he was never the starting running back.
Never.
He never started a single game. And he would have these moments just like he's having now with the Texans. And I remember watching Gator games. Why isn't this kid getting the ball more?
I think Frank Reich was the head coach down there in Florida because
he probably was.
Well, Dan Mullen is the Frank Reich of college football. So
yeah. So, but I'm glad he did it because now that means Dameon Pierce has more runs. Yes, I would love to have Tyler Huntley, or if the Ravens don't pick him up, I would love to have Lamar Jackson. I mean, anything's better than Davis Mills right now, but I'm gonna roll with him until the wheels fall off.
Oh no! No. All these years you've been talking about him being a running back, and all of a sudden you want him as your quarterback.
Can you imagine the running backs, Pierce and Jackson? Come on now, man.
No, absolutely not.
That'd be a great Wildcat.
No, absolutely not. You get out, Matt. You know what? For anybody watching who has small kids around, escort your kids out the room. Matt, get the fuck out of here. Ain't no way that you're gonna come on here and then say, yeah, we're gonna pick up Lamar Jackson, knowing the type of price tag you're gonna have for that. No, absolutely.
We have the money. We got rid of the pervert. We have the money.
Oh my god.
We have the biggest salary cap next year. Why not go after him?
Jesus. Do it, man. Dream your dreams.
I'm gonna go after him. He has the same.
Jackson wants him.
He probably does. I mean, it fits their narrative. A different quarterback every year.
Well, I mean, shit. If we get Lamar Jackson, that'll be the last time we get into quarterback every year. But you sign long term.
He has the same amount of receiver talent over there than the Texans do. I mean, the only difference is Brandon Cooks is a lot better than anybody on that team.
I was going to say like that. Yeah, Brandon Cooks is much better than anybody on that roster receiving wise.
Even he's been disappearing. Like I'm not sold on any of the Jaguars cornerbacks, and they held him in check this whole game. Like I gotta give credit to the Jaguars defense. Like they didn't get a lot of sacks, but they were in the backfield a lot. They were making Mills a happy feet a lot, which is a bad thing. But
the Jags defense did its job. If your offense can't score more than 13 points in a game against, no offense, Matt, the Texans, then I don't know.
Well, but here's a rebuttal. The Texans defense hasn't been bad either, but except for the run game. That's why I don't understand why y'all didn't run the ball as much.
I don't know either, Matt. I don't know. It's a great question.
Go ahead.
Do you think you'll win in the bye week next week?
We don't have Deshaun Watson, so definitely yes. We won already.
All right, guys. Final thoughts before we wrap this thing up. We'll start with you, Tanner. Give us a quick final thought.
I've been texting Chiefs fans just talking a bunch of trash. So, speaking of which, any Titans fans that are going to be going to the Titans-Chiefs game at Arrowhead. My fiance actually just informed me that she got me a couple tickets for me and her. So if you guys haven't ever been to Arrowhead, or if you guys want to join,
Did you find those in the dumpster or what?
Matt, you want to talk? Matt, you want to talk? What happened last time you stepped foot in Arrowhead? Don't even.
If you guys are going to the game, make sure you let Tanner know so he can get rid of his Kansas City jersey and wear his Tennessee jersey.
My Kansas City jersey, man, there's not a single scrap of Kansas City. Like, we actually avoid putting red and yellow together in this house. So
no ketchup, no mustard.
Well, I mean, that's
it's either the ketchup or the mustard. That's it.
Yeah, no, if you are condiment in the Doty household.
Mayo or nothing. Mayo or not.
Barbecue. In Kansas, you gotta have barbecue. Kansas City barbecue is literally the best. Period. That's a different debate. No, if you are going to the game at Arrowhead, make sure to let me know. I will make a post when I get there. and let you all know around where I'm at. So if you want to come over and just kind of talk a little bit of jargon, I mean, you got a friendly Titans fan at Arrowhead, so feel free to come on over, and you'll be met with some friendly faces. So
Hope
just let me know.
Cool deal.
Hey man, I'm undefeated when I've walked into that place going for the Titans. The only time I've lost is when I went to the Steelers for the
Fiance. Don't say that, because John Hall said the same thing about anytime he saw Matt Ryan.
And I've said it every time, and I've walked out of there a winner. The best way to celebrate, by the way, Titans fans, don't talk trash to the Chiefs because they're trash. Just celebrate with your own fans. Like, that's it, and you're going to be great because they're going to be mad because you're happy. That's it. Like, so seriously, when you walk out of there with the win, always celebrate with your favorite fans, and just ignore the Chiefs fans because they are salty.
All right, Chris Jackson, you got any final thoughts?
This week could possibly be a win-win. If we win against the Jags, then that's a win. If we lose against the Jags, then that means we might be one step closer to Frank Reich being fired, to which case then I will be eternally grateful for the Jaguars beating us twice in the season. So with that being said, I'm happy with whatever outcome, as long as Frank Reich is out. And I will explain more of that tomorrow on the You Don't Know Jack podcast, which is the Colts Fan Battle podcast, tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern time. But
Josh
yes,
Allen.
Josh.
Oh, sorry.
Good luck.
Sorry.
Good luck, Josh.
Everything is stupid. I hate football. The sport is dumb, and my team hates me, and I hate them back. And I feel nothing but spite and hatred in my heart. But I do think we're going to win on Sunday. I will elaborate more. I think the Jaguars and the NFL in general have an in-person experience problem, right? And I'll elaborate more on that tomorrow on the Jaguar at 10 p.m. But I just think, oh no, we suck again.
Matt Briggs.
I want to give a shout out to my 4-year-old daughter who's turning 5. Bailey, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
That's what we're going to be doing instead of watching the crap show of the Colts and Jaguars game. We're going to have a birthday party for her. But make sure you check us out on Wednesday, 8:30 Central, the Texans Fan Battle podcast. You'll see me, Crenshaw, and BT celebrating our Super Bowl win. So make sure you tune in.
Well, guys, final thoughts for me. Make sure you check us out on AFC South Fan Battle on Twitter. It's AFCSFB. Check out Josh Allen at Josh Gives Up, which is the most appropriate Twitter handle ever. For
That's why I have that. That's why I have that Twitter handle.
Matt Briggs at A1 Day 1 Texans, Chris Jackson at CJ Colts Fan, and Tanner Doty, you can find him probably in the mayonnaise aisle, but
on Facebook. I'm old school. I don't do Twitter. I think the last tweet I had was from when the Royals won the World Series. So just you'll see me around the page.
But you can find me on Twitter at Sammy Football with an I, and we'll see you for week 6.
Bye.
Bye.
Sam loves Jalen Ramsey.